Hello. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Oh boy, we got a lot to talk about here. We got a lot to talk about. I am so excited to show you guys something. Hello, welcome back. Sorry, I'm just getting settled. Please make sure you guys hit the like button. I appreciate you for being here. We're going to be covering the 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆 documentary today. Yes, we are. Let me just get things out of the way and say hello to everyone, and we will get started. Hello. Like I said, we are covering Mackenzie. This is wild. I have so much to say. So much. Yeah, shocked is right. I am utterly disgusted. But let me get some disclaimers out. We are talking about the Mackenzie Shirilla, Dominic Russo, Davion Flanagan case. I have been covering this from the beginning because we will have some new viewers and subscribers. I want to just get that out of the way, make everyone aware that we have covered that case in depth here on my channel. We have gone through all of the 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆 and seeing the documentary. I've been covering the case for about 2 years since I started my channel. So it was a big deal to me watching this documentary, especially because I don't watch true crime documentaries like this most of the time. But I thought it was really well done. And I think there's a lot of damn liars. And let's get into it. I took my notes. I didn't look at all my notes. Yeah. I was like, we need to talk. This morning, I had the pleasure of sitting down with Dominic's sister, Christine, and I am so excited about it. You guys, for those of you that know, the term 𝗶𝗶𝗆𝗆𝗆 actually derived from Mackenzie Shirilla and Dominic Russo's relationship. So I would say I'm a little obsessed with that case. I did let her know as well. And I will say before we get started that we are a channel that supports the Russo family. We love the Russos, Dom, his mom, his cousins, his sister, who I did meet with this morning. I had a really nice time talking to her, and she'll be back. She'll be back on the channel for sure. Maybe sooner than you know, sooner than you think. I did a pre-record, so I'll show you guys a little bit of it today. I need to go through and edit it. I have a lot of Kenzie stuff dropping this weekend. So again, I'm not just a Kenzie channel, but I will be dropping and we will be doing a lot of redos of, now that the documentaries dropped, I kind of want to go back and review some more stuff. So we are going to finish the text messages. And thank goodness for those, right? After watching the documentary, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's like everything that happened in that movie, I knew. I knew about it. Like, we know about it, for those of us who have followed that case and have supported and stand by the Russo family. So let's get started. We'll go over my notes. I'll show you guys a little bit of the clip of my interview with his sister, Christine, today. But first,
you want to give this interview?
Can we talk? What is this?
Mackenzie.
What is this? What the 𝗠𝗲𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆? Oh, why does it do that? Oh, because I have ads on it.
I've never.
Mackenzie.
There she is. I don't pay for free Netflix, but I guess maybe I should if I'm going to be watching this or more other documentaries. Let me say hello. Oh, thank you, Chucks. I know I haven't said hi to everyone in the chat. I'm over here ranting. Thank you for renewing your membership, Chucks. I appreciate you. And gifting one. Mary Beth got it. Thank you. I'm a little late. And thank you, hoodies. Thank you for gifting 5 membership. Welcome all new members. We did drop a little Kenzie hangout last night. Those are members only, and like those types of things. I appreciate you guys supporting. I know I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Tell me everything. Tell me how you feel. What do you think? I mean, excuse me? No, she does not look like that in prison. I'm assuming this is from probably summer of last year, 2025. So a year has gone by since this has been recorded. I'm assuming. So let's get started. First, I'll show you guys a clip. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Chucks. I hope he's okay. I saw Psycho in here was 2 was 6. So I hope you guys are okay. Sending you lots of love. I'm just getting started. I saw Crease in here, Evie, of course, Abuelita, Robert, Kim, Olivia says, I need to know, did Melly talk to Christine? Yes, I did. ATS, hello. Thank you guys for being here and gifting as well. Really helps. Taz mom, hello. Jessie Lynn, hello. I've been busy all day. I forget. Okay, sounds good, Jesse. We'll see you on the replay. I watched it. I was disappointed that there weren't any of Dom's friends. Yes, I told you guys. None of those people are actually Dom's friends, and we know that. And his sister, we do talk about that in the interview. I'm not going to give up everything we talk about in the interview because then you guys won't be surprised. It's a personal conversation. I think we went into mostly a lot of what we've covered on here and got to hear her perspective. So I'll show you guys a little bit of that. I'm really disappointed because when I first started covering the case, I was like 50-50 before I saw the FOIA and all of that and the text and before I got the text messages and I had known about it, but I thought, okay, it could be mutual, right? It takes two to tango is what I think when it comes to relationships. So I just I was kind of neutral, as in I thought both of them kind of were responsible to some extent. After we got the text messages in the FOIA, absolutely not. We know Slender Bean did that intentionally. And after watching the documentary yesterday, I'm even more like, yeah, there is absolutely no remorse. I know it's been time. So the Kenzie supporters will say, well, she's had time to heal and 4 years, la la la. Okay, fine. Yeah, people change. I've changed. We've talked about this many times before here on my channel. We've all made mistakes. We've all been different people. Right, being that age doesn't make us who we are at those ages doesn't make us who we are forever, right? Um, but I don't know why I expected something different. Um, because we know how the Shirilla family is. We know that they haven't taken any accountability. And so I don't know why I expected different. It's not like I expected Kenzie to come on there and apologize and say, like, yes, I did it. La la la. Of course not. She's actually filed for a new appeal. So it's like she's still trying to fight those 15 years, maybe life that she could get. Um I personally think she might not get parole. I don't know. The age thing, I'm hoping she doesn't because after watching the documentary, I just couldn't help but think if she gets out, like I could see her being that toxic person again in the future, right? So I don't know. I don't know that she would be safe amongst society again like that. But we can all have different opinions and we all like to be respectful. And like I said, we support the Russos here. Um, that's just where I'm at with what I think. And you don't have to agree with me. It's fine too. Same. I doubt she will get out of jail. Such an awful way to die. Yes. Did you guys all watch it? I'm assuming you all did who are here. Um, I couldn't help but think too, and I kind of brought this up in our interview, but it's like like ATS just said, what a horrible way to die. Imagine the last few seconds of your life being in that state of panic, because after watching the documentary and hearing what the detectives had to say, it aligns with a lot of what we've been saying on here. Like, we're not investigators. I'm not a lawyer. I didn't know them personally up until as of recent when I met Dom's cousin, and then I had the pleasure of sitting with his sister. So it's I didn't really I think those last few seconds of their life, I have so much to say, I'm like getting confused, was probably horrible. And after seeing what the detectives had to say, my opinion, I will tell you what I think happened. I think it's going to be still the same that it's been this whole time, that I've been covering the case. I think that Dom was done with Kenzie. Do we blame Dom? No. No, we do not. For those of us, I think the text, they're a lot, right? It's a lot of toxic stuff going on in there, a lot of violence. But I think this is a good case to show, to like cover, because we can all relate. We've all been in a toxic relationship or have known someone or have had parents that are like that. And we all, I think, can relate to this case to some way, and we can see the truth for what it is. So we're all like attached to it. We all really like to cover this case. For those of us who have been, even those of you that are here for around 2 of the text messages, like, you know what I mean? We're into it for reasons that I might not even be mentioning up here. But I think that the way that they left this earth, I think that Dom and Davion were I agree with the movie. I do agree with the movie on that part, that Dom and Davion were I'm pulling up the interview, that Dom and Davion were trying to stop the car and stop Kenzie. Um, we have read the police reports here, and so with a break, going back to neutral and drive and neutral, and then not and then the speed, how she was accelerated the whole time, right? They have proof that she was speeding up. It was at 100% all the way up until she crashed in the wall at 5:36 a.m. And so if I think that Dom was fed up with her shit. I think Dom had been fed up with her shit. And I don't blame him. Kenzie was vile to him. And so I'm a little disappointed in Rosie. I'm a little disappointed in Rosie because I don't know. I don't know. Because she lied. Because she lied. I'm assuming she is still friends with Kenzie. Um, and I mean no hate towards Kenzie. I don't. I just think that she lied. She flat out lied about them fighting. She said in the interview, not verbatim, along these lines, no, they didn't fight weekly. It wasn't a daily thing. It wasn't a weekly thing. No, it wasn't that crazy. Something along those lines. Um I beg to differ, because we have read the text messages, and those are day to day. And every day or every other day, there is a fight. So, whatever narrative that Rosie's trying to point out with that fact, I don't understand. And that really pissed me off. Looking at the messages, that is a lie. Thank you, Beautifully Broken, for being here. Rosie def lied because she was told in text by Kenzie that they were fighting. Exactly. We don't just have them in the text between the fights between Dom and Kenzie. We have them in the thread with Rosie as well. And she's lying, says Cree. Yeah, she is. Why Davion was more in front too. Yes, it explains why Davion was more in front. were their seatbelts off. Kenzie was the only one, I believe, that was wearing a seatbelt. You're right, Melanie. Dom was done with her. Yes. Thank you. Oh, hi, Michelle. Good to see you, love. In my opinion, tried murder, suicide, failed suicide. Really? Do you really, Abuelita? You think that? How narcissistic Kenzie is? We really think she was trying to take herself out? Come on. And I don't mean to Abuelita, I mean like we've seen how the modeling, the Snapchats, the TikToks, we have gone through that. And do we really think she would take herself out? I guess you could be right to an extent. Like maybe at the last minute, she was like, F it. I think that Dom was trying to get out for a long time, and it makes me really sad that he was close and he didn't make it to that point. They were fighting for the wheel. Hey, Hope. Someone you loved. I'm watching it tonight. Oof. Sorry for spoiling it. I thought they had to say her attorneys were a day late on the deadline for her to file an appeal. She filed another one. This is a new one I don't even think it's on the docket yet. Totally on purpose. I wanted to hear from his friend Blair. And that's the thing. Let's go through my notes. I can't have you, no one can. Exactly. So we know, and we've already known all of this, but we're just recovering it considering the documentary. So we know she wasn't on shrooms. We know Kenzie smoked. It was interesting that in the movie, her friend said, "Oh, she had like she was coughing up blood or something dumb, right?" And so she wasn't smoking that night. I don't know if I believe that. Two, when they said Kenzie and Dom were fine at the house, they weren't fighting, no bad vibes. I also don't believe that. And it proves that there is lies going on or some type of deceiving people because Rosie did not cooperate with the police at all. And that was just verified last night with the documentary. We assumed it from the paperwork, but now we know. Why didn't Rosie cooperate to help two families that lost someone so horrifically? Why would you not assist in helping that? Because she figured not talking is better than lying. That's what I think she was thinking in her head. But like the officer said in the documentary, to not talk to the police. I don't know. I don't know if I could live with myself for that, but maybe everyone's different. But to not help with the investigation, and then talk to Netflix so you can cop chase for a little bit, I wouldn't support her. But to each their own, you know. And I think for the sake of us truly supporting the Russo family, if we truly are, we're not going to support the Kenzie channels, right? Like we all want to know what everybody's talking about, what they're saying, but we shouldn't. I don't think we should if we support the Russos. And Dom's sister is here to have her voice and speak for the entire family. So it's a big deal. And I'm so glad. And I don't think it's too late. I think that grieving and whatever people go through when something like this happens is different for everyone, right? It looks different. So I covered what I thought what happened that night. I think that something, either Dom was said, I'm done with you for good. Don't come over anymore. Or something was figured out, something talked about. And I think that's why Kenzie crashed that car that night. So it really, really, really sucks. The two beautiful souls are gone, but the lies remain. Do not give your energy to negative narcissist energies. And we don't want them to get like clout off of trying to free Kenzie. You know, it's I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way about it. I'm in my feelings about it. Yes, we are a hate Kenzie channel. we are generally not like this. We don't like to bash people unless they're Stefan Stearns or Kenzie. Pig vomit is what we call him, thanks to Pascal. But I'm a little disgusted by that. And also another lie that I caught, and I'm sure you guys did too, was Bubba. Bubba wasn't that good of friends with Dom. Bubba was Kenzie's friend. Sorry, there was an itch in my throat. Bubba wasn't the one that was friends with Dom. And I'm glad. I'm proud of Dom's friends that they didn't go up there. Maybe they're not ready, but I like that they're sticking to their loyalty. You know what I mean? That was a big one for me. But I wish I would have heard their side. And when they do, we are always here to hear them out. I put Rosie and Bubba not friends with Dom. Okay, we know she had a lacerated liver, kidney. His name is Bubba Now said. Yeah, Bubba made it seem like they were best friends. No, they were not. They were absolutely not. That girl's not getting out. She still hasn't admitted to guilt. And yes, I hate her with everything I got, says Beautifully Broken. I remember the jail calls upset Rosie removed all traces of Kenzie off her social. So Rosie did have some issues with her. It sounds like in that documentary, and that was filmed last year, that they're still, she said she's still a great friend. I hope Rosie has changed her mind on that. Hello, Glitter. Yeah. Yeah, they did. They loved each other. They just loved one on each other. Yeah. She's not getting out in 10 years, that's for sure. After I saw her in that documentary, I'm like, this is really her. This is really her. You know what I was thinking? I'm like, and I thought about all of my babelets here too, that most of you who are here who have covered this like in depth with me. How old was she? Who? Kenzie? When the crash happened? She was a few days away from turning 18. Sorry, I missed that, ATS. What narcissists are in that narc rage, they don't care what happens even to themselves. Thank you, nurse. And why? And what did Davion do? Like, what does Davion have to do with anything? Like, my heart goes out to the Flanagans too. Just as much as we support Dom's family, we support Davion's family as well. Like, Davion is not much into like the whole drama of it all, obviously, because he wasn't dating, like in the text messages and stuff, because he wasn't dating Kenzie. But Davion really, he didn't deserve that. And my heart goes out to his family as well. Like I really hope that they're okay. Although I know that how hard that probably is for them. But I just feel like what a piece of shit, Kenzie. What a piece of shit. You know, you did that intentionally. It shows you accelerated. Even if her and Dom were fighting in the car, okay, imagine them driving. Why are you speeding up? Like, are you threatening Dom as you're speeding up? And if Dom tried to stop you, that shows why the steering wheel was moved very drastically, very sharp in some at some points, right? So that could explain why Davion was further up front than behind Dom. And I think one of the was it the detective or was it? Oh, it was Davion's dad said in the documentary, like, if you were gonna kill yourself and your boyfriend, but like, why kill Davion? So that was really sad. Let's talk about Natalie Shirilla. Oh, Natalie. Natalie. I stayed up and watched I'm So Glad You're Alive. Thank you, Ashley. Good to see you. She was pissed and didn't care what happened. I bet they were trying to stop to take by taking off belts off. Exactly, ATS. It's really weird because I've been in a toxic relationship, not to this degree. Pretty bad though. Pretty bad where I had to have my parents intervene. Um and by had to, I meant like I wasn't doing good mentally, and thank goodness, like but I made it known, and I don't think that anybody expected this from Kenzie. Thank you, Taz Mom, for gifting. I think like his family supported Kenzie until she got arrested, you guys. So remember, they were thinking this was just an accident. Oh, I'm glad Nurse B got it. Thank you, Taz Mom. I really appreciate you for gifting that membership. Welcome, Nurse B. She loves this case too. I think, what was I saying? Got distracted by the comments. I hate how she only cares when the cameras are on. Oh, I don't think a lot of it was they knew a lot of it, and I don't think they imagined that Kenzie would do that, and I think that Dom's family knew that he would leave that relationship. They know Dom's worth, So I think it was almost like a lot of it wasn't seen, right? It happened behind closed doors. So it's hard to know sometimes in abusive relationships. And by abusive, I mean like emotionally abusive, mentally abusive, physically abusive, financially abusive. Because who does that remind us of? The financial part too is the pastor. What's his name? You guys know who I'm talking about. And Kenzie also abused Dom for his money. Dom was well off. He was very successful. And in the text message, we just see that Kenzie used him and was constantly wanting his weed. Oh, give me weed. And like the whole weed thing, I know this can be probably controversial, but like I don't see it as a big deal with people, high school people smoking it, because that was like the rug of choice, like when I was in high school. Like we were all stoners. And when Rosie says, we were all just, we were a little bit, just a little bit of stoners. We were just little stoners. And I'm like, little? Girl, don't be lying up on the Netflix. Don't be lying up on the Netflix. I'm being a hater. Yeah, I am. And I don't like to, but I think this one time we can do it. You weren't little stoners. Kenzie was literally smoking every day, and I do have some of those. We're going to go over a little bit of the snaps. I'm going to show you guys a little preview of my interview. We'll go back to Shirilla the killer, and let's talk about Natalie too. Let me see what you guys are saying, because I want to see before I move on to the next. I was disappointed but not surprised with how it came out. I didn't feel like Mackenzie showed remorse her parents. No. Her parents, it made me appreciate to my family, like watching that documentary. It was like a moment. And then I was watching it with my bestie. So it was just like, it was like, okay, wow, I'm glad that I have good friends. I'm glad that my dad is not like Steve Shirilla. Respectfully. 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 Yep. Because I found it so disturbing the way Natalie and Steve act. He was innocent. I know, pizza. Good to see you. We haven't heard his text. We love him. Pray for his family as well. His little sister broke my heart. Thank you, Beautiful Broken, for saying that too. Yeah, and I would love to talk to her one day. And we do have a lot of love for the Flanagan family as well, just as much because what a horrible way. And now that I've personally met Dom's sister, I'm like, okay, it's different, like now we get to know her and hear their side. So it's like, whoa, things got a little more serious here, like now I'm hearing firsthand from a person involved to my face, the pain that they have endured because of Mackenzie Shirilla and her family. Unfortunately, Davion was the crosshairs of this relationship. It's just hard to understand Mark Rages. I personal experience 16 years with my ex. Yeah, see? A lot of us have been in toxic relationships. A lot of us have been that toxic person. And I think taking accountability is so healing sometimes. So yeah, I was a toxic person at one point. I think it's like human nature to sometimes be, like you have to learn. You have to learn. And you have to have that support to like learn and grow as a person. But then like you have Steve and Natalie Shirilla, the part of the documentary when they said she didn't need to be disciplined. I'm like, what do you mean she didn't need to be disciplined? What do you mean? Even just the way she talked to her. The parents said she moved into Dom's after graduation, but that is a lie. Yes, thank you, Barbie. That is a lie. Nothing good to say about Natalie. Both her parents are evil, lying ass idiots, says, who was that? Beautifully Broken. I hate how she only cares when the cameras are on. Oh, yeah, I already read that. Thank you, Chucks. I worked in SF County Jail, and once you're allowed to wear earrings, really? Oh, and since when? I think that she was allowed to do her makeup and like look somewhat decent because of the documentary, right? Parents took care of you. Thank you, Chucks. Hello from Philadelphia. Yeah, once the first attempt when the friend picked up Dom from her the first time, I wish the police got involved then. We'll touch on that too with the Natalie Shirilla, like where she says like Kenzie didn't need to be disciplined. I'm like, okay. And then she says like she victim blames Dom and his like I didn't like that. I didn't like how she took Netflix as a platform to go up on there and be nasty. For her to be like, this is what Dom's mom and Kenzie, when she texted, they lied. Remember that part where she says like, that one time Kenzie, that one, I think it was a different time that Kenzie said, come get Dom. He's trying to end my life or something. And then Dom's mom, Christine, says something like, just calm down or whatever. I think it was maybe the same day, if not a different time. But Kenzie was manipulative. And I think that like, I don't know if I believe that at all, that Dom was doing anything during that fight. And it's really scary that it did happen prior to an actual crash happening, Like, did she practice it? Natalie told us on the call from jail. Yeah. Yeah, the first attempt to harm Dom. She gets makeup anyway. She has prison. Yeah, I know. I let smoke. Smoke. Yeah. So when he says, "Oh, I don't care if you smoke dope." Oh yeah, her parents and her dad talked about the rug use. Exactly. That girl was lacking discipline a lot, ATS, and maybe even just a little bit of it would have helped, you know? Not be so come on, if you're talking to your parents like that, like F this, F that, like and you don't want to live at home and there was issues there. you know, and probably a lot that we don't know, clearly. And Kenzie is a bad seed. She's just a bad seed. Davion's dad is even willing to forgive Kenzie if she admits. I know he does. Steve and Natalie are absolute idiots. How Mackenzie's mom spoke about Davion in court. Seeing her out here speaking definitely makes it more real to everyone watching. Hey, Amber. Yeah, right? Like, it's different for us now. I loved how Netflix presented the contrast between the Shirillas and Davion's data in regards to the rug use. Yeah, you know, like, it's weed, fine, whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, I kind of agree with him to that extent, but like, why are you doing that on Netflix? He's like, oh yeah, I don't care if she smokes dope. I don't care if you smoke dope. And I'm like, well, that's cool if you're saying it to like your friend at your house when you're having like a hangout moment. Maybe, but like, don't fucking go on Netflix and do that. Like, I just thought it was trashy. I thought it was trashy. There's the word I was looking for. I already mentioned Rosie lying about the fighting because we have been going through those text messages. Yeah, when Steve Shirilla said the whole drug thing, the weed thing, and then I agree with, I think it was Alicia who said the cons- the how different it was for Davion's dad and weed being a gateway drug, and then what there was a big difference there in what they thought, right? Rosie thinks she's a model too. Yeah, I'm not happy about the Rosie part. Also, when Steve, in my notes, I'm looking down at my notes. So when Steve says the boy wasn't hurting for money, yeah, like we know, Steve, we know. Don't worry, Steve. Worry no longer. We've seen the text messages where Dom spends thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on Kenzie. Buying her Gucci earrings, Gucci sunglasses, taking her to Luca's every day, giving her $100 worth of weed every day. Whatever they were doing, you know? He was always spending his money on her and taking care of her, and I am just wondering where her parents were. Like, why weren't you taking care of her, Steve? And then he says, "Oh, I let her move in with Dom at 17 because she's mature enough. She doesn't need discipline." Um, she doesn't need discipline, but we went over police reports from like before 2021, 2020, where she like attempted suicide and then she was fighting with this people, fighting with that. And we've also seen her bully people in the FOIA documents, and the documentary proves that as well with the post of people saying, you know how they highlight comments and people saying like, oh, she bullied my sister, blah, blah, blah. And then for those of us who know the whole situation with the stairs, what's her name? The whole situation with the girl who fell down the stairs. Like, we didn't forget about that, Kenzie. Like, maybe the Netflix director didn't know about that, or maybe didn't include it for some purpose, but like, you did allegedly maybe push some girl down the stairs. And then she makes that threatening video that was in the documentary that's like, you guys were allowed in my house to come do illegal stuff. And I'm like, that is the blackmailing, the same blackmail that you use towards your friends. It's the same shit you were doing with Dom, blackmailing Dom, saying that you were gonna rat him out to the police, trying to ruin his businesses. Like, I'm like, what the hell? They didn't want to support her. Her parents made themselves even look dumber, which I didn't think was possible, right? We knew after those text messages with Steve, we're like, okay, this is freaking weird. Same time Mackenzie was making money as well, and she did not have a job. Mackenzie was doing stuff with her feet, remember? Remember? It's too much to go into it in this live with the text messages, but if you know, you know. If not, tune in. Peep the playlist. I have over 100 videos of this case. Some might say I'm a little weird or obsessed. No one was taking care of that bee. Steve was smoking weed. Steve probably smoked right before that documentary, Steve. Chill out. Chill out, dude. So yeah, when he said, "Oh, that boy wasn't hurting for money," I'm like, "Yeah, because you weren't taking care of her." Oh, this part when Kenzie's like, "We would be married by now." I was like, "Who would be married by now? You and Dom?" No, Dom wanted to leave you. You may have thought he wanted to marry you, and you might have said that for the sake of the documentary. No. Dom wanted to break up with you, and he had tried to break up with you. We can't even keep track at this point. We really can't. And he was done with her. I think he was done with her before July 31st of 2022. I think they had been on and off, which was verified by Angelo in the police interview. And I think that Dom was trying to find a way out. And I think we see the change in them in the text messages between Dom and Kenzie. But I think maybe behind what we don't know, behind, their business, like maybe Dom was opening up to people because people did know that Kenzie was a psycho. And so I'm thinking like maybe as we're reading the text, like maybe in real time, Dom, his friends knew who Kenzie was, his real friends, like B and Kyle, I think his name was, right? And Chris, was it Chris? Like I think his friends knew how Kenzie really was, but I think that I just think that like I lost the train of thought because I was reading the comments. I keep doing that. Hey Nemo. Blair, oh, he wanted to leave her. I think he was done with her. And I think Kenzie was losing her shit because she knew it was coming. And that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back that day. Like, I wonder if something really did happen at that house that night. And Dom was like, I'm like done with you in the morning. Like, you can just drop me off. We have a Kenzie support in here. You are all wrong. Find out police and judge are covering up for something. I am backing up Shirilla because she's innocent 100%. He might have been waiting for her to turn 18. Then if she went to the cops so she could be prosecuted as an adult for yeah, exactly, vacay. She already went and got her stuff. Davion's friends too who went to the police. Yeah. And didn't even have to move her out. So she was panicking. Exactly, Cree. She was panicking and she's like, he's leaving me. He's leaving me for good. She would have got an appeal. She was innocent. Thank you, Barbie Jean. Can't wait to watch it. Yes, ATS, you have to watch it. All her shit was already gone. Blair tried to help him get away. Yeah, remember? She threatened his friends. Remember in the text messages, just like the movie showed, she was always like, F your friends too. Like, I'm going to go to their house. I'm breaking into his house. Like, you better tell him to leave. Like, remember? Okay, so she was not going to get married to Dom. That's an illusion in her head. The fake crying. I think I mentioned that, right? Like Natalie Shirilla and the fake crying. One, at the trial. Two, in the movie. Like, girl. Even I can act better than that. And I am no actor, no singer. No. Mm-mm. You would never have caught me in a play in elementary school or any school or ever in my life. She would all her shit's already gone. Hello, Edith. Natalie, just say hi if you're here. Yes, Melly, something happened to set her off, and Dom's disinterest showed he was done. That worst thing for a narcissist is to lose their supply. I still want to know why she was so desperate to get into Dom's house. I think you want to know why? Because Dom was documenting. I finally it clicked. It clicked when I saw the documentary. I'm like, Dom had 2 phones for his work, and he was documenting on one phone, or there was content on one phone that had stuff about Kenzie. That video of them fighting, we'll probably watch it today. That video of them fighting where she's like, let me in the house. Let me in the house before I break in. I think that Dom, because his mom, was it the mom? Yes, on the stand. His mom, and it was seen in the documentary that she says that video of them fighting was on a phone at Dom's house. So it wasn't the phone that was on Dom. Perhaps he had a different one? Because the police had Dom's phone, right? Or maybe I'm mistaken. I'm gonna look for that video. So I'm thinking that would kind of make sense with why Kenzie wanted so bad to get into Dom's house. Did she want to take the phone or hide some type of evidence? Hey, Adrian. My theory is that she knew where Dom had hidden money, weed, and she probably wanted to steal that. That too. Dominic did a great job documenting on his phone of him and Kenzie fighting. I know. Because he knew that it was wrong. Potts wasn't mentioned in the documentary. Yes, it was. It was mentioned towards the end. That's another thing that's on my list. Dom opened the door clip. Yes. She wanted the money and the rugs too. Dom's dad sitting at the cemetery with Kenzie made me so mad and pissed at the same time. I know, because they believed until Dom's family believed that that was truly an accident. They were still supporting Kenzie and caring about Kenzie until she got arrested. So it was like a shock to them too, to know that they had been investigating her, which I'm assuming they thought that, but then for her to get arrested for it, and how she got arrested, like while Natalie was driving, like, girl, they really were on your ass. Like, they knew they had enough on you. They were like, we're not even gonna wait for her to pull over. Like, we're not even gonna wait for Natalie to pull over. We're gonna pull her over. Like, they could have arrested her at her house. They literally arrested Mackenzie as she was on her way to physical therapy in the car with her mom. They could have shown up to the physical therapy place. They could have shown up to Kenzie's house. But no, they were like, we need to go. And what Steve said about that too, like how he was like, oh, they wanted to make it a pageant. Or what did he say? A pageant show. No, your daughter just killed 2 people. They wanted to arrest her and get her away from other human beings for the meantime. Steve talking about the amount of cops arresting her, felony warrant. Yeah. They should all had arrested for. And I was thinking of this too. I was thinking of that too. Like, why didn't they charge her mom for accessory? Because Natalie Shirilla lied too. Oh, I'm sorry, Lo. I watched 3 times and went back to the messages from last month before the accident. That's funny. I watched it 3 times too. Yeah. So then let's talk about the pots. We already didn't believe that because when we covered the police reports, we knew that the pot thing could have been true, but it wasn't a factor because Kenzie had been driving. driving for forever, smoking weed, doing this, doing that. And not one time in those 3 years of text message does she mention any blackouts. Or maybe I'm not remembering. Correct me if I'm wrong, because we have read those together. Blackouts. That the fact that they're reaching for that for an appeal and to say that Dom had been aggressive with her when he moved the steering wheel in another incident is like, listen, you're reaching. I guess I can appreciate it because it's your family member. You're trying to get out of prison, respectfully so. No one wants to be in there. But also, like, really, like, you're going back to the POTS thing. If she had POTS and was seen under supervision, medical supervision, she wouldn't have a license, because what if she blacked out while driving? Like, you think DMV is just gonna let her, like, drive all around the world and possibly be having, like, seizures or blacking out in the middle of driving? No. It's going to be denied. The DA said every time she got in trouble at school, she was rewarded. Yeah. And that was also new. I had not seen that part. Thank you for bringing that up, Alicia. I had not seen the part where they showed the report from school where she called a teacher a dumb fucking bitch or something like that. Wow. Wow. So classy. So classy, Kenzie. Okay, let me show you guys this clip really quick. Don't be sad. We can't watch the Netflix documentary, but we can watch a No, we can't. I think we should go through some of these again. I'm gonna post some shorts tonight too. You are so cool, Kenzie. You're so cool. I want to be just like you. Like, oh my God. Steve did say, "Did you do it?" And she said, "Nope." And he says, "Okay, great, good enough for me." Oh yeah, that part, Cree. Yeah. Where he's like, "Yep, okay, you didn't do it. Let's go." Something feels very off about that, right? But it's on your license. Yeah, dude. Even my glasses are on my license. They don't even want me driving around all blind and shit. You know? Still don't understand how she graduated. They were, you know what? They were probably like, "Let's get her out of here. Like, give her a passing grade. Whatever she did or got. I don't even know. Dom paying for her education." To be fair, I have epilepsy. Really? I thought I guess maybe you can. Huh. They let people with epilepsy drive. Really? What if they have a seizure while driving? What if a few people that were in here, they had a few people that were in here and they all did. I don't understand that. No empathy, no remorse. Mackenzie, this is a sin. This is where she belongs, right? So she did have POTS. She lied to the DMV. If she had POTS and it was so serious that you need to be seizure free for 6 months. I think POTS and epilepsy are different though, right? You can drive, but oh yeah, you both said it. I have a friend who has it. The doctor had to approve it and the DMV. Yeah. That's what I'm more familiar with. I may be heartless, but I didn't feel bad for her parents at all. In the end of the in the ending, yeah, the boy's hurt. I was surprised that administrator and principal didn't kick her out of school. How she be dressing? That's the thing. She didn't have pots. I'm just saying. No, she didn't. They're lying. Really? So they do let you drive with pots? That's kind of scary. I guess if you're Kenzie, it's kind of scary because Kenzie was also doing a lot of rugs, like shrooms while driving and stuff. My friend's kid, our teacher is Steve. What? No way. There were 3 people that had pots. I asked, would it make your foot on the gas? They said the foot would go limp because you only get it with standing. Oh, I didn't know. It's only dangerous when standing. I guess that would be interesting to look up. You can develop hot suddenly or it can develop gradually. Symptoms happen immediately or a few minutes after sitting up or standing. Lying down may relieve some symptoms. It's so weird how Google can hear. However, symptoms like you can drive, but however, symptoms like dizziness, brain fog, and fainting pose risks. You should only drive on days when you feel clear-headed. Oh. So you can like feel it coming on or what? Because Kenzie says it's immediate and she blocked out. Many people with POTS can and do drive, but if you have any history of fainting, cataplexy, they'll usually take your license because it's just too dangerous. Choosing to not drive if symptoms are too severe and instead asking the family, friend, or member. They'll only take it away if you lose consciousness while driving. Well, that makes sense, which is what Kenzie claims happened. She says that she blacked out as she was turning on that street. I actually crashed before because of POTS. Kenzie is never clear-headed. That's what I mean too, like POTS and the smoking all the time while driving. Being that angry while driving. Dancing while driving. It all contributes, right? Not just the whole POTS thing, but I don't believe she has the POTS. And the detective made a good point. If it was legitimate, why wasn't there a medical professional who went up and said, like, yeah, she had an episode. And so we think it could have contributed to that. Probably because they couldn't find one. They probably couldn't find someone. Probably couldn't pay for someone to testify, a medical professional. I feel mine coming if I don't have orange juice. I go blind and pass out, but I have signs. I get vertigo too. It's the worst. Yeah, I would say vertigo is kind of like messes with your head too. So Kenzie Potts should have made sure she does not have POTS. I don't believe it either. She ever had. I mean, I thought we did look at 1 or 2 documents that maybe said something about POTS, but I would like to hear it again in the court of law. The mother's word about POTS was the only thing added. No word from her doctor. Exactly. And why not have a medical professional go out there and vouch for her? Like that might have convinced the judge to only give her 10 years, maybe 8. I don't know. With good time. They left out her pig Latin saying, yeah, hospital bed. Yeah. There's instances where we saw that Natalie, they were planning out their little story. They could have subpoenaed her doc and he would have had to testify no cost. Wonder how many POTS incidents she had in jail and prison. That's a good question, Ashley. That's a good question. Your blood pressure drops. Syncope is worse than POTS. I don't even think I know that is. It's when your blood is changing position. It's rare. Kenzie's drop foot isn't heavy enough to accelerate like that and steer into the brick wall. That's the thing. What the detective said too. They were like, if she had POTS, why would she accelerate to 100? You would think her having POTS, POTS episode would make her go limp, you know? It has to do with movement, laying down and sitting up to standing up. I see. Linto's like, what is it? It's from change in blood pressure or rate. POTS rarely brings on seizures. Oh, so it's just blackouts. I have low blood sugar. I have signs and I know it's coming. Funny how we didn't hear for 3 years that she had any kind of POTS thing going on with Dom. Like she never mentioned like, "Oh, I can't hang out cuz I don't feel good. You know, I just had a blackout," or like none of that cuz she didn't have it. And they're saying that that's a very very swervy road too. So if she didn't um she drove straight into the brick wall. She had to be conscious to go in a straight line like that into the brick wall, right? Straight into it. Trying to remember. Oh, when she says that she couldn't remember anything because of, she blacked out or whatever. But it's interesting how she says she couldn't remember, but then she asked for Davion. A fainting spell. Oh, I see. No, they did not show her gibberish, but I heard that the road was bumpy and you would need full control. That's what I'm saying is she went straight into that brick wall. The POTS excuse is just being used as reasonable doubt, but doesn't mean it's true. POTS is not something that can be lab tested. It's mostly subjective based on symptoms. Maybe that's perhaps why they couldn't have a professional come in there. No, they didn't show the Carney language. Her dad drove race cars as well, so he probably taught her how to drive. She wasn't the best driver. Remember all the Snapchats we saw of her driving, the reckless driving? Um, they didn't show Davion was still alive and should. Yeah. Yeah, she was helicopter. She was life flighted. Um, so that was interesting how she said she couldn't remember anything but thought of Davion. That's interesting to me too. Why would she ask for Davion? And most of the damage was on Dom's side too. Like, that's really sad. They crashed at 5:36. Yeah, we did talked about that. Mm, all right, we talked about Rosie not cooperating and his friends not being there. Those aren't Dom's friends. I reiterate, they're not Dom's friends. Those are Kenzie's friends. If she was unconscious, then why was the gear put into drive? Yeah. I think that either with that fact of the accident or crash, it wasn't an accident. It was a crash. Let me correct myself. I think that Dom was trying to stop her, and then I think Davion maybe jumped in, and so it kept going back and forth, or maybe it was just Dom and Kenzie, like he was trying to stop her, and then she kept fighting back, and then maybe towards the end, Davion tried to stop it too, or maybe just from the impact, Davion ends up, towards the front, which is so brutal. Um, We know that Rosie lied about them fighting because they fought all the time. They fought like every day. Even if it wasn't a bad fight, they would at least argue or disagree on when she was going to go over, when she wanted food, her outfits. I mean, even the last text message reading we did, they fought for half of the reading was done on fighting over an outfit. It's good to hear from the friend group, both sides. Yeah, and this was very one-sided with the friends. Faith, you know, with Faith, I don't think Faith went up there and she said what her experience with this Kenzie as a friend, but Faith didn't go up there and lie like Rosie did. Rosie girl, you lied about the fighting and you don't want. And then she says how that night that they were all over there, she's like, "Oh, Dom woke up at 5 in the morning and I asked him like, "Oh, are you leaving?" And I'm like, "You were up at 5 in the morning in the kitchen doing what? Like you still hadn't gone to bed? You just woke up at the same time because you heard him?" That doesn't sound right to me. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. Yeah, we talked about the fighting. I think there was something going on in that car. I think Davion tried to change gears and turn the wheel. Yeah, exactly, Evie. It was a sleepover. She was like, I love coloring books, but adult coloring books. But she was like, I brought my coloring books. She's like, they brought over shrooms, but we didn't do them. And I'm like, I think, yeah, except when they lie for agenda, that's no good. All the damage hit directly on Dom's side. I know. The car being shifted from drive to neutral definitely makes me think Dom was trying to throw the car in park. One of them was. I bet that Natalie coached Rosie on what to say on the documentary. They were not coloring. Barbie Jean's like, they were not. They were on shrooms and didn't do proper drug testing. They didn't drug test Rosie. Rosie could have been on shrooms. I don't think Kenzie was on shrooms. I really don't. I think after everything we've seen, I really think she is just pure evil. I think she, like someone said earlier, if I can't have Dom, no one is. No one's going to have him. And how dare you leave me? You know? Because I'm a gas station model. Yeah, Rosie's totally clout chasing because she was like up there and she's like, I had 248,000 followers. And I'm like, why do you have to tell Netflix that? Anyways, that bugged me. Has anyone seen shrooms? Maybe they're going to the carnival. Are they going to trip on shrooms with? I don't know. I'm glad the shrooms weren't in her system because that would have just been, it could have been looked at as like she didn't intentionally mean to do it. She was on substances, like it was a mistake, but not type of thing. Like I said before, Melanie, Mackenzie's a sin. Shake my head and sad. The cop said they sent labs out to test for everything and shrooms came back negative. He said they had to send to another. Yeah, because I guess their lab didn't test for psilocybin or whatever. But I just call them shrooms. Is that how you say it? So was Natalie in your chat? They kept asking Kenzie how much to take. Yeah, they did, Evie. They did. Even if she was on shrooms, she made a good ass turn on a Prospect and stayed on the whole. I could not drive on shrooms. I think I've only done shrooms like in high school. Very few times. Maybe once. maybe twice. I don't have a problem with them, but I have a problem with that if you're driving. Not that I'm perfect, but not that I've ever done it either, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think she was on them. She gave excellent dosing advice. Yeah, it's not common for them to test mushrooms, really? That seems odd. Is it the times I grew up in? I don't know, cause like, so many people do shrooms. Um, the selfies in the hospital. We know that. We know the whole message on Instagram. "Hi, we wanna share your pictures on our website." And Kenzie was like, "Oh my god, I'm so excited for this opportunity. I wanna be a model." Um, we know she was taking selfies while she was in the hospital because we've seen them. We've seen them. I'm gonna pull some of these receipts up, and then I'll show you guys a little clip of the interview too. I'll probably be dropping the interview later tonight or tomorrow. I was going through everything last night. Ugh, after the documentary, I couldn't even sleep, so I was watching her Snapchats. Disturbed. Disturbed AF. I'll have to find them. The hospital pics that I have. I did them one time and it scared the shit out of me. Yeah. I've seen shrooms cause people to act out and get very reactive. You have to use a special test for them. Mm. Hell no, I was lied to. Oh no. Um, yeah, reactions. We saw the post on IG. Okay, we talked about that. Oh yeah, we talked about how Steve was like, she doesn't need to be disciplined. And I swear, we were all thinking, like, what do you mean? Natalie's like, the only bad thing about her is her mouth. And I'm like, and she laughs. And I was like, is that what you're proud of, Natalie? Is that what you're proud of? Okay. Whatever, dude. Um, I was trying to find those hospital pics. So many Kenzie pics. Oh yeah, here she is. This one's good to show. The model. The star. The model. There she is. They did test for shrooms. I was reading the comments. She needs to be disciplined. Okay, we talked about Steve saying that, when he said that I know. When the cops were pulled them over, he was like, they wanted to put on a show. The model lizard, body of a snake, mind of a reptile. That's a good one. Yeah, they did test for it. Who are you calling clowns? Um, what else is on my list? So the pageant. Oh yeah, Dom did not want to marry you. I put that on. That was literally my note. Dom did not want to marry you. Oh, when they ask her in the interview, they're like, "Do you would you ever be angry or like whatever after your fights? And she was like, no, I was just sad because Dom had poor communication skills. And I'm like, no, you would threaten him if he wouldn't let you come over before 8 o'clock at night. Like, they asked her, like, were you overly angry or something? Not verbatim, but when you guys would fight or something. That made me furious. Michaela's parents need discipline, right? Yeah, blame the one you right. Yeah. When she was like, I just got sad. I'm like, that's not you threatening to break into his house. 𝗶𝗍 is not sad. That is raging, psycho, angry. It's you know how we covered the Laura Owens case, the fake pregnancy lady? I feel like she would end up doing something like that. You know what I mean? It's not funny, but Laura Owens is a psycho too. Here you go. Here's your girl.
I've never spoke before and I never told my side of the story, and I understand there's many different sides to the story.
Many different sides, huh? Yeah. Your side, the truth, and your mom's side. Natalie's narrative. She had POTS when she was 17. She would never do that. Dom did not lack communication skills. Absolutely not. I haven't watched it yet. Well, go eat your heart out. I've already watched it 3 times. The sad part is that in her narc mind, she doesn't think her reality is a real one. Very giant liar, Green. I was texting Melly at 6. I know. If when Rosie knew she was so innocent, why didn't the prosecutor say, oh, she talked to you because yeah, exactly. We mentioned that earlier. Rosie did not cooperate. Rosie did not cooperate at all. And perhaps if Rosie would have cooperated, maybe Kenzie would have got more time. If Rosie was like, yeah, maybe they got in a fight and Kenzie was being abusive or whatever. That's why she didn't talk, because she didn't want to have to tell the truth about Kenzie and then be attacked by Kenzie and her family. And she wants to remain loyal to them. But I don't know. Pick your poison, I guess, because now a lot of people who know the truth, like us here, think you're a liar and that you're shady. That's what we think. I don't have a problem with Faith. Like, Faith knew her and was friends with her. Faith didn't go up there and keep things lie. Rosie lied. She straight up said, oh, they didn't fight every day. It wasn't like a weekly thing. No, it wasn't that crazy. Rosie, I recommend you go to my playlist if you haven't already listened, and listen to all the text messages and watch yourself lying. Kenzie's like, we would fight and then we would make up and then we would be watching movies, eating popcorn. Yeah, because you were threatening him. You wouldn't even leave him alone when he wanted to go to sleep. You wouldn't even let him breathe on the toilet, like while he was on the toilet. Respectfully. He had no space. You smothered him. I'm gonna pull up the interview. I have to sneeze. I hate hearing the cops say RIP to one of the boys. Oh yeah, when the body cam. She was worried about getting in trouble for rugs. Nurse B, I'm trying to get them. They're really expensive. They're really expensive. I wish I could get them because I have tried, but they're like a couple $100. Do they supply Rosie with something that makes her state compliant with Kenzie's side? I don't know what Rosie benefits from still being friends with her or if she was up until when that was filmed, because what do you get out of that, Rosie? Like, you have to call your friend in jail, you have to pay for that. By the time she gets out, who knows? Will you even still be the same person? Will you still want her in your life? Like, what is the need for Rosie to continue to support Kenzie? They're similar. They're alike. They have similar characteristic traits, unfortunately. So, yeah, watching movies, eating popcorn, my ass. She was the part where Davion was living with Dom and Kenzie too. That kind of made me consider, like, when I heard that in the documentary, which I think we've heard before, that Davion was staying with friends. I have to sneeze again. Was staying with friends for some time being, but I'm wondering too what Davion saw when he was staying with Kenzie and Dom. And I'm wondering if maybe something there with that contributed to the crash as well. I don't know, just a thought. Would she allow her kids around Kenzie? If in Rosie's defense, maybe she didn't know the exact of their fighting. I mean, there's texts where Kenzie would tell her, but maybe not to the extent, right? Because they were pretty abusive. That one text where Kenzie's like threatening Dom's life, that's pretty abusive. I have to sneeze. Hold, please. Okay, thank you. I'm sure poor Davion saw the toxic crap of Kenzie too. She knew Rosie is a liar. He was supposed to be staying with Dom while parents were out of town. Yeah, that's why. Well, Kenzie says in the documentary, she says he was staying with us for like 1 to 2 weeks. So I'm wondering, I'm sure they fought, or maybe Dom confided in Davion too. Or our initial theory was maybe it could have been something with the girl from the stairs. Remember? We were thinking like maybe Dom was like, "I'll if I'm breaking up with you." This is just a theory. I'm breaking up with you, and Kenzie was like, "No, I'll call the police on you." Maybe Dom could have been like, "Well, la la la," like maybe he had something on Kenzie too, and she was like, "Hell no," and that's when she drove into the wall. My theory is he found out she was selling herself. He already knew that though. He knew that from way before. We'll be going through those texts, I think, when we get to that. Was it the end of 2021 or 2022? But he ends up finding out about it. He knows that she was doing that. Yeah. Evie. Yeah. Davion's sister is so cute. Amelia, I wish they would have that girl on in school. Kenzie bullied her until she literally got sick. I know. It was for 2 weeks. Yeah. Davion's poor sister. Yeah, she was with her. Yeah, I feel really bad for her. Her name is Divine. So shout out to you, Divine. We have a lot of love for you and your family as well here. I don't think Kenzie can control it. Kenzie was hiding her true side to her friends. Mhm. Very narcissistic, very DV type situation, right? And you can kind of tell because she's like, I'm not fighting with you outside. We're going to watch that video in a second. But she's like, I'm not fighting with you outside. Well, because you don't want people to see and call the police. You know what I mean? Because if I saw that you were trying to break into some dude's, a crazy girl's trying to break into some dude's house and they're fighting and beating each other up, I might just try to intervene, whether it be by going over there. You never know. It's like we cover true crime, things, DV situations like that and stuff like that can lead to murder. And we've seen it here with this crime. We see it a lot. Even Suzanne Morphew. I mean, the list is long. I'm not even going to go down that road right now. And when she says, Kenzie says, oh, Davion was a good person. Okay. So why didn't you give him the chance to live his life? I mean, same goes for Dom, but like if you were really trying to kill yourself and Dom, like why kill Davion? What did Davion do to you? That's how selfish she is? Or was there something going on? And the thing is we're never gonna really know. Like, unless one of the families has, knows something and they don't, and I don't feel like they have to tell everything, like to each their own. I respect what the Russos and Flanagans, what their wishes are with this all coming out and it's being brought to light and coming out with the documentary, right? We've been on it for years, 2 years at least, on this case, but to the world who hasn't read all of the documents and seen her Snapchats and read 32,000 pages of text messages, they're going to look at this case through a very different colored lens than those of us that know, you know? Like if my sister watched this documentary, I don't know what she would think. I'm sure she would think the same, but like she wouldn't have known the background, you know? So that's pretty disgusting. If he was a good person, then you shouldn't have taken his life from him. And she's like, I'm not a murderer. I want the intent part to be very, what does she say? I'm very big on intent. There was no intent. Why does Kenzie talk like that? What's going on? Why do I get like wannabe hood, wannabe hard? Am I being mean? Just let me know. Because I might not care. Respectfully. Oh yeah, I put accent, her looks, her bun. I'm not even gonna go there. I don't want to come off that crazy. That was wild. That's why I don't want to watch the documentary because it's not going to be like here. No, Nemo. I know, Chucks. She was threatening Dom that if he broke up with her, she would go to the clubs that night and the millions of men wanted to be with her. Ew. Lies. Her attorney coached her before the interview. That was wild. When I saw that the attorney was there, I could not even. That just like, and I'm wondering if that was done like they left that part in, like the director was like, we're going to leave that part. We're going to include that. It's very telling. It comes with you're making up things. They're coaching you. You don't know what to say because you're going to lie. That was wild. Her attorney present. She looks over at him. Did I say that right? Okay, I don't want to sound crazy. I don't want it to be too much. You murdered 2 innocent people driving 100 miles per hour into a brick wall. I'm sorry, what part did you not want it to be too much? Please. Humor me, Natalie Shirilla, since you are her spokesperson. And you know what? Please guys, don't support the movement, the free Kenzie. Don't support it. If we really support Dom, we're not going to give them views. We're not going to give any of that. Even though that person that supports them, that channel was on the documentary, like, we're not here for it, okay? We're not here for it. We support the Russo family and the Flanagan family. 3 kissies. Well, they have to go have a lawyer with them in order to do. Oh, they do? I didn't know that was mandatory. You have to have a lawyer mandatory to do an interview? That's crazy. I'm so glad they left that part in. It would be a sad day if she pissed someone off in prison. Yeah, it would be. They cut her hair. Is she going to see the doc? I'm assuming she probably did. I'm assuming they probably let her watch it, right? Because she's in it? I don't know what the law is on that in the prisons. I could always call and ask. We don't support Slender Bean supporters. Kenzie has become so soft-spoken and wearing her hair. Dude, what's with that voice? Can you guys please tell me, like, doesn't it sound... No, not at all. Definitely doesn't sound like an innocent little white chick anymore. If you ask me, if she's so fashionable, why have that stupid bun? It doesn't go with her face shape. No, she's in prison trying to be hard. Like, I am not a murderer. Oh my gosh, at the end when she's like, and that's it. She's like, and that's it. She says that's, like, 𝗶𝗵𝗶𝗽. I can't believe that when she was like, and that's it. I'm like, that's it? That's all you had to say for murdering 2 people? I hope she doesn't get parole. Sorry, not sorry. I don't wish anyone bad, but in some situations, honey. I was like, what's the accent? I know. I know. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this does not sound like her in the prison calls. I actually have one of them pulled up. Let's watch this video first before oh, wait, let's share the big news. Let's share the big news. Lucky, lucky. Yes, yes. Can you believe it? I'm not gonna let you guys hear anymore. That was it. You get a little tease. I'll have it up later for you guys. Thank you, Green. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very exciting. I will have it up later today or possibly tomorrow. And you guys better go watch and drop a comment and go support. I'm very excited about it. Tell me if you guys can hear this. Oh, you might not. I don't remember how it was when we did these. Yeah, honestly, I kind of wanted to cover this video, even though we did cover it already. Oh, sheesh. hold, please.
Never lock me out of the house again. That is why we got back together last time we broke up. But I forgot.
You broke up with me earlier.
Word because you are a little fucking weak bitch.
You broke up with me earlier. You really broke up with me earlier.
This is your last chance to open.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear the interview with Christine? It's fine if you couldn't hear it. Can't wait to watch this exclusive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Babelet. So proud, excited. Yeah. Oh, are you on with her? Yes, I did have an interview with her. I'm happy you guys linked up. It took us deep into, we're into deep. I know.
Open the door or you are not coming out of this house all night because I will not leave.
You literally broke up with me earlier. Like what is the point you're trying to, like, you broke up with me, like, earlier. Like, what
I didn't. I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said we're not together. You really said that shit. Like, you really broke up with me earlier. Like, what are you trying to make? Like, why would I just let you in my house if you break up with me? You're threatening to break my shit. Like, you're threatening to key my car, threatening to break the doors.
I will key your car if you do not let me in the house.
You're gonna.
She's counting down. I will key your car.
Key my car if I don't.
If you don't let me in the house, yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. So just let me in the house.
No, like why can't you just be like calm at least for a second and I can feel comfortable running in the house?
I am calm. I don't think you get to decide that with your fucking weird ass trauma problems.
You're really threatening to fucking key my car and shit. What else are you threatening?
Dom, I'm gonna give you one last chance to open the door. I'm gonna leave and do what I said I was gonna do.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna give you one last chance.
Kenzie, look. Let me go to dinner.
No.
You can let me go to dinner, and then I can let you come over later.
No, you're not. I'm coming to dinner too.
Yeah. Is that what you called innocent? Exactly. Am I tripping? Because I thought Mackenzie used to talk shit about Rosie. Yeah, they had some little fights, some little girl fights. She tortured that boy. Yeah, she did. Sounds just like her mother, says Chucks.
You should have told me you wanted to come.
You fucking retard. She already put me on the reservation. So fucking open the door, you dumbass. All
right, well, let's just go next door then.
No, we're not going next door.
No, we're not letting.
That's loving, Kenzie. Really? I'm sorry, Natalie, what do you have to say about this again? She doesn't need to be disciplined.
You at the house.
We need to talk first now, because you just betrayed me.
All right, we can talk outside. Here, club it out. Don't try to club in.
Five, 4. Dom, if you do not open, you think I'm joking. I'm dead ass.
What? What are you dead ass about?
Okay, I'm gonna give you one last chance to open the door.
Kenzie, I can't open the door. I can't sit here and fight. We gotta go to dinner. If I can see my grandparents, I can't.
You're not going to dinner if you don't open the door. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
And then what? What would happen? What are you trying to say?
I just told you what happened. You're not coming to dinner. You're not going to dinner.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know it. That's exactly what I mean. You don't know exactly what I mean. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious fucking problem.
I can't. No, you can't keep making all these threats. I can't open the door.
You can't keep kicking me out of a place that you say is my home.
Kenzie, I didn't kick you out. You took all your shit and dipped. And said we were done.
And it's not your home, Kenzie. You do not contribute. It's actually Dom's and his family's home. Go back to your parents.
I did not say we are done. Dom? Okay, ready? I'm going to count to 10. The door's going to open, okay? You're going to open the door and stop hiding behind the door like a little fucking bitch. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Mackenzie, I can't open the door.
4. Okay, I'm going to break something, man.
Why would you break something? Why? What are you trying to break?
Okay, open the door.
What are you trying to break?
Open the door.
No, I'm not opening the door.
I'm going to give you, if this phone call hits 5 minutes, we're breaking up.
Kenzie, I can't do this shit right now. You can't sit here and fight like.
Okay, well, you're not going to dinner.
Okay, well, step away from the door. Maybe I can come outside and talk first.
It makes me so sad because as we've covered in the text messages, like his parents and his family were trying to see him and like spend time with him. Like the last year of his life, he was living under this microscope with Kenzie and being treated like this. And it's just so sad because she took, that away from him and his family to spend time with him. And he was like going through it with her,
No, we're not fighting outside. You're going to open the door right now.
Why are we
You have
fighting outside?
1 minute now, actually.
Look, wait, now my mom's trying to call me. Like, I got it.
No, if you hang up on me, we're done. I'm leaving.
Kenzie, there's nothing I could do. Like, I can't. I'm not.
There is. Stop being a little bitch.
I can't let you in my house with how you're acting. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, there's no way. There's no way I should. Like,
I'm going to break the handle off.
Huh?
I'm just going to break the handle off. It's already moving.
Fucking break the lock. Like, you're really gonna break into my house?
Yes, I will. I will break into my house. You're right. I will break into it.
It's not your house. It's my house.
It is. Dom, now open the door. Now open the door.
No, it's not your house. This call pisses me off. Then to dress like a corpse after his death. I know how upset the family, so heartbreaking. Yeah, exactly.
You have 30 seconds left on the phone call to open the door. We're done.
Mackenzie, I really don't think I can.
If
I don't think.
you can't open the door, then you can't be in a relationship with me.
Mackenzie, you're threatening to break shit out. You're like, oh, I'm gonna break the glass and shit. Like, you're threatening crazy shit
You
like
have
that.
10 seconds to open this door or we are broken up.
Kenzie, I really don't think I can. Like, why can't we just
We're
do
not
this
doing it
later?
later because I'm coming to dinner. You have 5 seconds to open the
Would
door.
you want to come to dinner with us? You want to come to dinner with us? Is that what you're saying?
Open the door right now.
You can come.
I wanted to show this right now because it goes into my next note from the documentary where she says, "That's not my character." That's some dirty work right there.
To dinner with us if you want.
Open the door.
Kenzie, if you want, you can come to dinner with us.
Tom, if you don't open the door, I'm keying your car.
Why the fuck would you key my? Why? Are you?
Okay, you have 30 seconds or I'm going to do it.
Kenzie, do not key my car. Do not do anything to my car.
She's just
One
like
last second.
trying to break in.
Dom, I'm going to give you one last second or I'm going to have to key your car.
Why? Why would that ever be like an option?
Because we're broken up if you don't let me in the house. I'm breaking up. I will break up with you. I'm going to break up with you if you do not open this fucking door.
You really took all your shit and left. I thought like you didn't want to be here.
Okay, I'm going to break into your house then.
Dude, what the actual fuck?
Well, I just broke your fucking key thing, so that sucks.
What key thing?
I don't know. You're going to have to open the door to see it because that's where it's fucked up from the outside, you fucking dick.
Okay.
Now open the door.
No. Like, no. Like, you're not, like, you're literally saying you're breaking shit and stuff. Like, you're not coming in my house.
I will break shit. I will break shit. Do I have to, like, call the police?
Why? Why would you call the police?
Do I have to call the police? Are you not going to let me into my house?
This is
You really think he wanted to marry you, Kenzie? Please.
not your house. I'm calling my mom. I'm calling my mom.
No, you're not. No,
yes,
you're
I
not.
am. I'm calling you. You're not doing this.
Then we're going to break up. Then
This
we're
is
done.
my house. You
Then
don't.
we are done. If you do not let me in the house that I sleep in every night, we are done.
Kenzie, I can't
If
let
this
you in
phone
the house.
call hits 10 minutes and I'm not in the house, then we're done.
No, Kenzie. No, Kenzie. I'm calling my mom. Goodbye.
No, you're not.
R.I.P. Dom. Sorry you had to go through that. Melly, you notice they left out the part when her own parents had to call the cops on her? Yeah, I know. They left out a lot of good parts. There's a lot of information, though. I'm sure they couldn't fit it into one documentary, right? Especially with all those texts. Yeah, when she says not my character, also her demeanor in court for the trial and the hearings were exactly the same in the documentary. That girl has not changed, not one bit. She's a child. I give Dom credit for keeping his cool. I think that Dom was over it. I think Dom was over it. When Natalie was victim blaming, yeah, when she said, oh, Dom, Kenzie was scared of him one time in the car, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that was probably just a lie too. I wanted to play this video. It's from the body cam. We're just going to play a second of it. I feel like some of you might have already seen it. I never caught it when we went over the body cam videos. So I'm going to pull the file where we watch them from, and I'm going to see if we can hear it. But there's this part in the body cam that you can hear Dom's voice. And I feel like I was reviewing it earlier, and it does sound like Dom's voice, and the officer hears it too. Yes, Nurse B says she has listened to it. Yeah, so she's in a body cam. I heard it. Oh yeah, yeah, Green. You told me about this one too. Yeah, I had already seen it. If I did not hear the text and see the videos, I probably believe and feel sorry for her. This is a great point because I let Christine, Dom's sister, know this today. I know she, hearing those texts is probably not what anybody wants to hear because it really gives detail and shows the truth about the abuse that Dom was enduring with Kenzie. And I think, and I made it a point, no, but those helped. Like those text messages, I think if the judge, which I'm assuming the judge did review them, because it looks like the prosecutor, or was it the prosecutor? Yeah, who said that he had gone through all of them. He went through all the full files that we have. And so I feel like those text messages, if I hadn't heard the text messages and maybe some of those calls, I probably would have thought, okay, maybe it was an accident, maybe something did happen. But the fact that we saw the truth in those text messages is the part that I'm like, okay, that is absolutely wild. We know, like we were able to tell when Rosie lied today. That's how well we know about their fights and their toxic relationship. It's really wild. Yes, you only took us way too deep. I know. We're going to go deep this weekend too. I want to go over some more of her social media, and we have to finish the Celebrate Instagram report or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called, but we need to finish that. Thank you, Chucks, for gifting a membership. You're so kind. Who got it? My thing's always delayed. I can't see who got it right away. Ashley got it. Thank you, Chucks, and welcome Ashley to members. So couldn't have that been his voice? Okay, I think it was his voice, and his sister said that it was. She heard it as well, and she said that it does sound like Dom. Thank you, Chucks. The judge read them for sure. I think so too. Because if the prosecutor, Melly, it makes me want to watch all that footage again. What else could there be? Yeah, we could. We could do like a little 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆 marathon again for the body cam. I missed this, and I've watched the body cam twice. So I'm like, whoa. Whoa. You know? Let me play it. You have to have earbuds in. You have to make sure your volume is up. You have to make sure you're really listening because it's like very faint and it's a whisper. Oh, let me put chat back up too. Please make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Please, please, please. I want to be in the algorithm, especially too when I post my interview with Christine. I think it's really good. Not to toot my own horn, but we covered a lot, you know, a lot of stuff that I had been questioning and just wanted to hear. So it was nice because we've all been covering this case. So it's a team effort type of thing, you know? Thank you, Chucks. We love you. Appreciate you. I can't imagine how they left there waiting so long for help. There's 2 video where you hear she killed us. I'm not sure if they were messed with, but I heard in 2 different videos. Well, the thing is, I have the body cam from the 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆. So wherever Court TV got their source from, if I compare this video to the 𝗠𝗲𝗹 video and you can still hear it, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Because I have to go through my files. I have so many 𝗠𝗲𝗃 files on my computer. If it's in both of them, then I don't think it was altered with, and I'm shook that we didn't hear it. If we hear it in the Court TV body cam and not in the one that Plunder got, then I don't know. Maybe it could have been messed with. Let me share it. Put on your buds. Put your buds on, girl. Ladies and gents, Melly, that is so smart. Yes. Yes, it is. Like I said, I just have, like, even right now on my recents, there's 359 𝗠𝗲𝗃 files that I opened last night. And by 𝗠𝗲𝗃, I mean like the case, like the social media calls. Yeah. Oopsie. Okay, let me play this. I can't find him. Oh no. Are you putting it out tonight? Yeah, that's why I don't know if I'll be live. I wanted to do Laura Owens, and I do want to do another 𝗠𝗲𝗃 text reading. I might be back for a 𝗠𝗲𝗃 text reading if I don't come back tonight. You know, it's because I'm getting together that interview. I want to go through and edit it a little bit. Not take anything out, but just edit it. Okay, listen. At 2:44. So we're at 2:28, and I'll make sure to rewind it. You have to listen because it's a whisper, and I think all my volume is up, so.
I don't watch Dawn. I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay.
Do you guys hear that? Chuck says, "Don't smoke them." You're going to need my memory. Oh, I know. I'm sad. Because memory is expensive. You know, you have to buy more space and stuff, so it's fine. Do you guys hear it? Yes. Okay. I had to go back and listen, I think like 4 times. You can hear it. Is that insane? I'm a very spiritual person. So I was shook. Okay, Kriya, I'm going back and playing it. Listen, 2 seconds. Oh, wait, let me go back a little bit more. He goes, "She killed us," and he's whispering it. I heard it. Yes, it's crazy. Okay, here.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Right here. She killed us. It goes, she killed us. I hear it. I really thought for a minute, could it just be the body cam? But I'm like, no, that is very clear. Did you hear it? I got goosebumps. Yes, I believe it's Dom. That's what nurse says. I definitely hear something but can't make out what it says. Yeah, I needed to listen to it a few times and I was like pushing my earbuds into my ear. Because the police even said, "What was that?" Exactly. The police ask, "What was that?" because they think it's her. Yeah, the cops do say something. Let's go back and listen to it.
I'm not gonna hurt you. You okay?
Do you hear that? He said, "What was that?" That is creepy. And I have listened to this a few different times. I'm shocked that I missed this. Dom's sister listened to it and she said it sounds like it sounds like Dom. She killed us. Yeah. Yeah, his sister said that she thinks it's Dom. She did like a little video of this too. That's kind of where I seen it. Yeah, I'll play it again.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
It's at 2:44, so 2 seconds. Right there. She killed us. And then the officer goes, "What was that?" And she's over there like fake crying. So you know it's not her talking, clearly.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
She killed us. She's evil. That's why she can't hear it. There's another. Hey, Ozzy, good to see you. I heard it clear as day. I hear it too now. I can't unhear it. I've listened to this a million times. I'm like, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And how interesting that it's in a body cam, this. Listen again.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
Right here.
You okay?
And the officer goes, "What was that?" That's actually nuts, right? Am I nuts? You can say I'm nuts. It's fine. That was really wild. That's why the dad at wherever they were, it wasn't Dom speaking. That gave me chills, made my eyes and nose water. Whoa. Melly, that night I heard that I had to email you immediately. It bothered me. Yeah. Wow. I know. I didn't catch it. I saw Green Knight emailed me it, and then I saw Christine talk about it, and I was like, no way, I've seen this. Like, but I've seen this body cam like 9 times. For real. I mean, let alone just alone. The documentary last night, I watched it 3 times. Call me crazy, but I was not missing a beat on that because I have read through these documents. My eyeballs have bled from reading those text messages, you know? It's not, I like reading them, but it's a lot of reading. I like it though. That's why I do it. But I needed to watch all of it. Thank you, Ozzy, for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. It's great. Welcome to members. We're a little wild over here. Not Kenzie wild, but wild. No, because if you are, I am. I heard it all along, a long time ago. I just thought I was crazy. I really hope she doesn't feel any peace. Did this just start? No, Jakey. You know, Melly, we could go back to that live and see if it's there. I could probably pull it up. Well, because there's I thought there was more than one that was in the car, no? In the police car? We've covered so much stuff. On this case, I didn't keep track, but we're probably gonna cover it all over again. Oh yeah, I have it right here. Ooh, let's listen. Oh, but I don't know what part, you know what I mean? Like the timestamps are probably different. Chet. Hold on, I think I got it actually. I would be really curious. I should have probably pulled it up. My bad, guys. I didn't even think I was gonna show you guys that. It was just on my list. Yeah, I do wanna go through this body cam again. We should probably do that. I know we kinda just did go over it like a few months ago, but wait. I'll have to look for it. I can't find it. I'm looking at one right now, but this isn't when the officer's talking to her. Oh, wait, let me see. She's wearing that. Oh, she's not wearing the hoodie in this video. And in the one I'm looking at, she's wearing it. Do I not have that one? Is that a different, like, but I only see 2 transport videos. Oh, here we go. Wait, is this it? Oh, this is when she's just being arrested. Okay, yeah, I found it. Let's see. So let's go let's listen to this court TV one real quick. One more time, and then we'll go back and see if it's on this body cam that I just pulled up. If not, I'll find it and we can go through it. You have to see the picture, Christine. Oh, like the lights and stuff. You know, Melanie, we could go. Oh, I already read that one. Thank you, Reignited. She acted surprised when she gets arrested here. Before I found you, Millie, I heard them already and it was there. Really? Okay, so yeah, they've been there. Let's listen to this one more time. Ready? No noise. Shh.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
That is a voice. I'm not losing it. We're not losing it. I promise. If one of us is, then we all are. We can all go with each other.
Watch, don't. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Whoa. That does sound like Dom. Okay, let's go. I heard it. Yeah, let's watch. Yeah, I have it pulled up. Okay. Yes. Let's watch this. Let's watch this whole thing. It's oh, it's only like 2 minutes. It's longer than that, but we can watch her when she's crying about being arrested.
Watch, don't. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Oh, It's in the FOIA one too. Oh my gosh. This is not court TV's footage. This is a FOIA. Holy moly. It's the fact that the cop hears it. I know, beautifully broken. It is, because now we know. Not uncommon for audio to pick up paranormal voices. How did we miss this, guys? This is a trip. I literally just went and pulled this out of the FOIA 2-minute clip. Let's play it all.
I'm not gonna tighten these, okay? I don't want to hurt you.
Can someone tell me why she's going to physical therapy in wedges? Did I miss something?
You good? Are they good? Thank you. All right. This screws are right here.
Actually, he took her out of the car and we did not.
Okay. Do you have anything like that? That's your head going in. Don't. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Hello, Christine. Thank you for being new to the channel. Appreciate you. Welcome. That reminds me of the doll laughing. Yo. What look was she going for that day? Juicy set with big ol' wedges for physical therapy. I show up to physical therapy like that one day, they would be like, "Are you going to the club? Like, what are you doing?" Let's go back and listen to that. I'm kidding, but let's listen to that again. I'm shook. Oh, I can't believe it. How did we miss this? Dom's and Davion's spirit was upset. They wanted people to know that she did it on purpose. That is so wild.
Okay.
I'm assuming the people who redact and provide you didn't listen? They didn't hear it either. And it's when she's putting on the seatbelt like that night. I know, Jen. You're right. Putting on her seatbelt. Just like she did that night. You're right. I didn't even, what did he say right there? Who, the officer? The officer says, "What's that?" Because he's like, "What did you just say to me?" Yeah, and they're putting on her seatbelt. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh,
Okay.
I wonder if she took Dom's seatbelt off. I wonder if she could have reached over. They were fighting. She could have reached over. And that's maybe when he like put it in park and neutral or something was going on. Like This is quite disturbing, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the fact that we can hear that is absolutely wild, and like Green said, you made a good point. It's literally as they are putting her seatbelt on. What are the odds? I wish I knew what happened in that car. And that's why Davion's dad says in the documentary, he says, you know, even if it does her bad, I will forgive her if she tells me what happened in that car. Everyone knows something went down. Rosie, everybody. Everybody. Yeah, she never wore a seatbelt in a man. That's how I know he didn't say love to her with whatever the dad was doing.
Okay.
You hear him? He says, "What's that?" Whoa.
Okay.
I'm stuck on this.
Okay.
Wow. I'm glad we reviewed this. This is really, really, really wild. What do they gain for not coming forward? Nothing, Alicia, except a trip to hell. Pretty much. Because listen, if they know something and they really did not, they lied. Chris says he feels like you're saying you okay. Really? I thought I heard what was that?
Okay.
I don't know. Is it what was that or you okay? I don't know. Either way, we can hear it. And this is from the FOIA. I don't think they would alter this footage. She hears nothing. She's demonic. Remember when she's whispering or she's like praying or something? Do you guys remember that part? I think it's in the other video because it's only 2 minutes. But in that other part, she's like she's praying or something. She's like leaned back and she's saying something, and I'm just wondering, like, I hear what was that? And you know what? I tried to do captions on the court TV and I couldn't do it. I wonder if I can do it on here. Ooh, hold on. Let me try it on here. Probably not because it's body cam. What the heck? What the heck? Mm-mm. Wait, hold on. They do have captions. I wonder if the caption thing would catch that. Let me go back. Okay, I just turned them on for this FOIA video thing clip. Okay, let's listen to this. But I don't know if it'll be able to read like the actual caption, hear it. Hello, Jacobs. Let's see. It says sounds of water pouring. I'm gonna go back a couple seconds.
Okay.
Oh, he does say you okay. Why does it say water splashing? It's probably the body cam audio. Yeah, it says you okay. So he says you okay, not what was that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once gone, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, whatever the cop says is like irrelevant, but like I hear it. You guys hear it. That is really interesting. I wish it would pick it up too. I can't get past that. I will be thinking about this all day, absolutely. I will. I don't think either of them heard the voice at that time. But we hear it clearly. After what was that bell thing they had in the kitchen? Remember that thing? And she would tap the bell. Yes, green-eyed. She's doing some incantation. Are they afraid of Kenzie, you think? ATS, are you still here? Do you hear it? What do you think, ATS? What happens in the dark comes out in the light. That's actually very true, Chucks. You're not wrong about that. You guys couldn't hear the interview when I was showing it? Of Christine? I wish I knew what other video has it because there are two. Who said that, Alicia? Find out Beautifully Broken and let me know when you do. The whole thing just took a turn. Yes, it did, green-eyed. Yes, it did. I didn't what? You didn't what? It's heartbreaking when Dom's dad is at the cemetery. I know. Oh, hear her. My bad. I was like, huh? I think I know why. It's that the way that it's freaking.
Play with my volume because I can't hear you. I felt like I felt guilty for years because I felt like I survived this humongous monster and what I went through, and my brother got taken out by this 80-pound little girl. But I believe that there's bad seeds that were just born as terrible people.
Are you guys so excited? You better be. I'll be dropping it later tonight. Let me make a thumbnail and stuff. Sad, right? Now I hear her. Yeah, I had to open it in a different file. You know, no engineer over here. But I try. I try. Okay, what else was I gonna cover with you guys? I wanna go through that body cam, but we'll do that on a separate live. What else about the documentary did you guys want to cover? I think I covered most of it, if not all of it. Yeah. Yeah, the last note I put was her prior intent, Natalie victim blaming. Very excited, Millie. Thank you. Oh, I can tell Melanie is asking. You know what? You guys would probably be like, we kind of already knew you would assume what questions I was gonna ask her because we've talked about a lot about it here, but it was just nice to be able to do that, you know, like she's awesome. I adore her. She'll be on. She'll be back. She'll be back for sure. Is she going to get parole at some point? Mm, I don't think so. Mackenzie was so cringe in the documentary, almost didn't recognize her. I know we covered a little part of it. I hope that it doesn't flag me for copyright. It probably will for that little part. And I'll have to either edit it out or something. Thank you, Chuck. Thoughts and prayers to Dom and Davion's family. Yes, yes, yes. Lots of thoughts and prayers for them as they are going through this. Because remember, we can sit here, we're into this case, right? We're true crime junkie sleuths, whatever you want to call us here. For us, it's a very different feeling than for them, you know. And keep in mind, this documentary it was filmed last year. So that interview with Kenzie in the prison, it was probably fall of 2025. So for them, it's coming up on a year too. You know, they're just constantly having to go back and like relive that, you know? And that breaks my heart because, you know, with everything going on and then those Kenzie supporters and now the documentary is dropping and then everyone gets the phone. Well, first everyone got the phone calls, so I'm sure they heard about that and they have other children that I'm sure use the internet web. And then the documentary, so it's like reopening those wounds, but I hope that they find healing through that. I hope that they see that we all know that Kenzie didn't intentionally and she doesn't take accountability for it, and neither does her family. The science proves it. Maybe we can't see what the spiritual side says, but the science proves it. Kenzie has proved it with her actions. And Natalie's as well. Very sad. You know, she was a schmurder. She won't be up for parole 2038, but she will not get paroled until she takes responsibility for her actions. And listen, 11 years is a lot, right? Who knows what will happen and then, but if and when the time comes, I absolutely would love to be at the parole hearing. And I know that Christine is on a mission to show the world what they have experienced, share her experience and defend Dom's name because of people like Natalie. So Christine is making her rounds like on the YouTube channels. I know she was on Jumpsuit. And I'm glad because you guys know that I'm cool with Jumpsuit. I love him. And she's gonna probably be on a couple news channels and stuff. So she's talked about it on her channel as well, the Big Sister Unhinged. She does great. I'm really excited to get this interview up. She's never leaving prison. If I had to bet on it, not the first time for parole, not a chance. Yeah. Oh, where I was going with that. She's gonna make sure that the parole board knows and makes sure that Dom is spoken for at the parole hearing. You know what I mean? Just, I know it's so different to see her slender being compared to, let's look at a few of her snaps. Since I have them up anyways. I like to see her dumbass on here. Respectfully. Let's pull up some of her Snapchats real quick. Because those are wild. There's so many. Let's go into this folder. I just picked a random one. Oh, here we go. Okay. Remember the outfit that the bra that Natalie made her? She really thinks she's that cool, huh? Yeah, well, let's see what other one I'll show you guys. We've gone through some of these, but some people haven't seen a lot of them. I love going over these with you guys too. She doesn't look anything like this, right? So different. I didn't believe that. Green-eyed when they said she was having mucus and she didn't smoke that night. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. If you missed the beginning of it, of the live, we talk about how I think that her friends, we know that her friends lied about some stuff. That Bubba guy is not Dom's friend. When he says this is the best group of friends, that's not true. Maybe your girlfriend and Kenzie, but Dom wasn't. You weren't one of Dom's best friends. Yeah, you guys hung out and smoked. But that's not someone Dom would have considered a good friend. What's with these glasses? What about her gluten insensitivity? That's how much we know. Like when the doctor asks us, is Kenzie gluten-free? We're going to be like, yes, we know. We know all of this. It's hilarious. Well, because she would harass Dom with all this shit, so we know. Did she ever not smoke? Like, I'm wondering. Because all of these snaps that I'm looking at right now, we're going through right now, these are all smoking it up. Is that attractive? Like, I don't mind the smoking, like, do what you want, right? As long as you're not hurting children or humans. I don't know. I don't know why this bugs me so much coming from her. 'Cause she's a murderer. I don't have the slideshow up, so I'm just going one by one, but if it had the slideshow up, it would probably be easier. Can you guys hear the music? I hope not. Well, we hope you're enjoying the prison system. And, you know, like I said, we just got to keep in mind that this documentary is reopening wounds for the families. We've been, you know, they're trying to heal from it, which I'm sure probably will never happen. But a lot of people will have a lot of things to say. You know, there's going to be trolls. There's going to be people who support Kenzie. There's going to be people who come troll here, come troll there. You know what I mean? No, it's not attractive. She looks young. She is young. She's like 16, 17. Very young. Sucks that the prosecution got a hold of all of this. Doesn't suck. I'm being sarcastic. I'm glad. I'm glad. Like I said, if we hadn't seen the text messages and if we hadn't seen all the social medias, I'm sure there would be probably more Kenzie supporters. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. We don't know. Oh, this is one of the they included this in the documentary. This night that they went out, this clip. I don't know if it was this clip exactly or a different one, but the outfit. It's like a boomerang. Ugh, Dom is way too cute for her. R.I.P. Dom. R.I.P. Dom and Davion, you both deserved so much better. I know, Joker. Let's see. I'll just play a few more before we end it. I'll make another live so we can go through all of these if you guys are down. I kind of want to go back through some of the police reports and maybe the body cam, some of them again. I know we still had to finish. I think we stopped at Miss Russo's body cam, and I'm just not going to go over that. We can go over the other ones with her friends and stuff. Why is she in a bra? Sports bra? I live in the Cleveland area. The local news showed a segment on the film, and now she has some cheerleaders. No. Don't tell me that, Taz mom. I don't think many support her. I hope. Wow. You know, there's going to be those people on the internet, though, who really are going to say mean stuff and blame others except Kenzie. And that's just going to come with it, you know, and we got to be prepared. Or Dom's army here. We got to be prepared for all of that. Okay, Chucks, thank you. We appreciate you. Love you. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Yeah, the mom was Kenzie was crying at the guard because they told her to go. What did they tell her to do? Art or something rather than. I'm glad to know that they're giving her a hard time in there sometimes, you know. She needs it. If her parents didn't discipline her, well, hopefully the prison system does. Oh, I found the pictures. I found the pictures of the hospital. Remember I was looking through them earlier? They were in file 3. Just so you guys know. You're like, what do we care? We just want to see it. Let's not forget, because it's still a child. So you're grieving and so sad, but you have time to take a picture like this after you murder 2 people? He's being sarcastic. Told her to draw and not drive. Oh, that's what it was. I thought it was coloring. Rosie's the one that says she was coloring. She was going to color while she was shrooming. Yeah. Like, who were you sending these pictures to? Your friends? Because your family's in the hospital with you. You want people to believe and feel bad for you. Because remember, people thought she was innocent, or some people thought it was a real accident and that she didn't have anything to do with it for 3 months. She was out for 3 months before she got arrested. This happened on July 31st, 2022, and she got arrested on, was it November 4th? Was it November 4th? Yeah. Or is that Dom's? Yeah, it was November 4th. Dom's birthday, I believe, is November 8th. How did this loser? I know. I thought she was in a coma for 3 days. She lied. She lied. Yeah, Natalie lied. Hey, Shug. Thought she was in a coma for 3 days. I love Christine. I know. Did you already watch that? Yes, Joker. We've talked about it already for like 2 hours. I've already watched the doc 3 times. Who is Rosie? Friend, family member? She's a friend. She was Kenzie's best friend at the time of this crime. Rosie was straight up lying through her interview. I know. We covered it. We covered it. I was so pissed. She lied about the fighting. She lied about that night. Her parents allowed this. Yeah. Her parents would allow her to smoke in the closet in their house while they were running a daycare. Which, is that secondhand smoke? That's not cool. That's not cool. Whose children were they babysitting? Don't want to give anyone ideas, but I don't know how I would feel about that. If I smoked in front of my own child, which I don't have any, but if I did, that would be one thing, right? But like doing it to other people's children, like those are not your children. But anyways, not me going off on a rant here. This is the picture they showed in the documentary too. Good thing I just found it in this folder. This is for educational purposes only. Don't do rugs. They show this in the documentary. Her in the shrooms. I have to wait till tomorrow to watch the Netflix docs, but I feel like I've already know everything from watching Melly. What more could there be? Nothing, Shug, except that they lied. Rosie lied and said that they didn't fight very often, and Bubba lied. And that's it. I think you saw that coming, though. I really just wonder what's in it for Rosie to keep being friends with Kenzie if she is like, she's that loyal. Okay, well, or what does Kenzie know about Rosie? Or like, because at this point, I would be like, 10 years from now, I mean, shit. You know, the world will continue as she's in prison. So I don't know. Why would you want to be friends with someone like her? But I guess if Rosie decides she wants to answer that for herself, but don't forget, I have reached out to her in the past. And she never wanted to speak. Let me see what else I have for you guys before we end it. There's so many. I have hundreds and hundreds of Snapchats. We haven't even finished going through the TikToks. I'm going to do that this weekend. We can get caught up. We need to finish the Instagram report. We need to finish TikToks. And I want to go through the body cam again. Oh, let's play this one. When she's modeling. The model. The model queen. Rosie doing her exercise videos. Well, that's good. At least she's staying healthy. Oh, model. I think this is Linto's new girl. Faith was in the documentary. Yeah, but I don't think Faith lied. Like Faith had a friendship with her, but Faith didn't come up on there and lie. Maybe I'll rewatch it. I didn't hear her lie. I just know she said, Kenzie was my friend. She was loyal to me. Rosie's the one that's like, no, they didn't fight. Nothing crazy. Meanwhile, she's like, I'm going to blackmail you, break into your house, key your car, threaten his friends. break all his stuff. Smoke all his weed. Apparently Mackenzie. Oh, I didn't know that. Bubba is Rosie's boyfriend. Yes, he is. Didn't her father get into some kind of trouble at school where he works? Yes. I heard he has a younger sister that is she has a younger sister that's completely ignored. Yes. Kenzie does have a younger sister that hasn't been out there in the media, but she is in the documentary. They show her freaking out and crying when they tell them that Dom passed. Her mom pays her to be her friend. This bothers me. I know, Nemo. If that assumes, then now I wonder if I think Bubba was Kenzie's friend. Yes. Yes, they were all Kenzie's friends. Let me make that clear. They were all Kenzie's friends, not Dom's friends. So it is kind of, not one-sided, but kind of, sort of. Maybe Rosie acts the same exact way. I wasn't very impressed, to be honest, with her role in this documentary. Dom was not close. No. Mm-mm. And Bubba says, this is my group of best friends. And I'm like, maybe Kenzie and Rosie. Not Dom, though. Not Dom. Kenzie has a younger sister. Yes, ATS. I know. ATS is like, I didn't even know she does. She never comes out on any of this. We didn't know, we don't know much about her other than Kenzie has a younger sister. She showed up to court and she's in there's like a 5-second clip in the documentary where the cops tell the Shirillas that Dom passed and her sister kind of starts crying. No, Kenzie does have a sister and she's younger. Dom has a bunch of siblings. Dom has a big family. I hope they're raising her better. Yeah, I think she was neglected. Kenzie was like the favorite. I don't know why. But I hope that her sister's okay. Her sister has a couple videos on. Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. We're almost 3 hours in. That's all I have for you guys. I wanted to review the documentary. I'm probably going to watch it again tonight as I edit my video just to see if I missed anything. Like I said, we're probably going to be going back deep diving through all of the Kenzie stuff. I know we've done it before, so don't unsubscribe because you get annoyed because we're reviewing that. We'll still be covering other cases, but I'm going to squeeze in some Kenzie lives as well as we have a D4VD live. I was going to do Laura Owens today, but I'm going to get that video up instead. I'm very excited for you guys to see my little interview. I thought Dom's dad supported Mackenzie. Dom's family supported Mackenzie from July 31st, 2022 until she got arrested in November. They didn't know. They knew that there was an investigation going on, but the police kept things close to the vest. They weren't going around letting Kenzie know that she was going to be arrested. I think Kenzie might have thought about it. I'm sure that, her lawyer was like, well, you might get charged, or maybe not, I think by her surprise, she probably thought she wasn't going to get in any trouble at all. But they had started an investigation, kind of like the Karen Reed, where they do not necessarily ARCA, but they go through the black box. Is it black box of the car? Is that what it's called? And they do they have a reconstructionist and all of that goes through the car. So, the Russos were still supporting and cared for Kenzie up until they knew that she did it intentionally. So at what point, I think it was when she got arrested. I think it was in the documentary. She said they were all shocked when she got arrested because they didn't think she had killed them intentionally. They thought she was being arrested. The Russo family originally thought she was being arrested for maybe the drugs or maybe something else. But when they told them that it was for the unaliving of the two of Davion and Dom, that's when they stopped supporting her, and that's when communication stopped with the Shirillas. So that's where that's at. So they did support Mackenzie for a short time before they knew. And, you know, that says volumes about Dom's family as well. Like, they were still willing to give her a chance. They knew she was a girlfriend. They thought it was an accident. Like, what good people, you know? If that was me, I probably would have been like, that wasn't an accident. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm different. But they gave her grace, and they continued to support her until they had facts that she had done it. So shout out to them for that. I would be feeling some type of way. Wouldn't you? But I don't blame them for that. I think that's great. It's like I said, it says a lot about them. Shout out to them. Shout out to you guys for being here. They gave her a long leash to see what she would do. Yeah, well, what are the odds of what she was done? So tell me, did they give at least hints as to what was going on before the crash? Text messages that were sealed? No, Shug, they didn't give any. They showed text messages we've already gone through. The prosecutor basically kind of solidifies what we've been thinking, that there was a fight that happened, something happened in the car, and the reason for the neutral drive gas brake situation was the prosecutor thinks that the boys are trying to stop Kenzie. So something was going down in the car. They were trying to stop her. Black box from car and probably an accident reconstruction team. My husband used to run one. Yeah, that's what they did. The questioning of the cops to the Russos was when they figured it out. Yeah. Lovely family. Yeah, very. She thought she was going free. I hate Steve in the documentary now more than ever. I know Miss Russo knew more, but does dad, which is like, let her be. He definitely changed his tune. Yeah, well, definitely. Thank you, nurse. Appreciate you. Thank you for everyone who supported Chucks and hoodies, Anama, Taz, Ozzy. And shout out to you guys for supporting and being here. And shout out to the replay viewers as well. I want to get this interview up for you guys that I did. So keep your eyes out for that and turn on your notifications in case I do go live later. I know ATS is going to be going live here soon, so maybe I'll hop over there. Thank you, Taz Mom. Thank you, Evie, Alicia. Steve Shirilla is asking that Christine, my brother lives in Streetsboro. There's another case in Florida where a girl. Yes, we covered that. Remember? It's the 𝗏𝗵𝗆. Was it 𝗏𝗵𝗆? Was that the case? I know it was Leia, right? Leia 𝗏𝗵𝗆 or something. I can't remember. But she did drive into Leia 𝗏𝗵𝗆. That's what it was. Leia 𝗏𝗵𝗆. That's out of Ohio too. And she was pregnant and crashed her car into a tree. That's also a wild case. Yes. Please tap the like button on you guys on your way out. I appreciate you guys for being here, and I appreciate all the replay viewers as well. And again, we support the Russos. Shout out to them. RIP Dom and Davion. Shirilla. Bye. Enjoy your prison time. Anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.